So I think that the board has a responsibility and a learning curve to establish a successful two-way communication with a CISO. If you're a board member and you show up to a board meeting and you ask a question, what is EBITA? During a break, somebody is going to come and pat you on the shoulder and say, you need to know your financials. You don't know what EBITA is? But it's perfectly acceptable for a board member not to know security, and that's not good. I think there's a learning curve for the board to learn security and for the CISO to learn how to express technical things in business language. At a minimum, the board meeting agenda should include a security report by CISO on any evolving risks. And a CISO needs to find the right balance between sugarcoating and given the worst case scenario. The board understands the business impact story instead of a technical language. Good questions to ask your CISO when you're at the board level is to ask a CISO and treat him or her like a true business partner. Ask a CISO, how do you believe cybersecurity fits into the organization's business objectives? How do you plan to solve the most significant threats facing the organization? How do you approach collaborating with and influencing others? How do you approach compliance in a context of security? And the final advice that I would give was actually shared with me by Secretary Ray Mabus, the former Secretary of the US Navy. He said that a wartime mentality is something that a CISO needs to embrace. It means that you never can have downtime, you can never relax, you can never rest on your laurels. And adaptability is a critical part of a wartime mentality. CISOs cannot just be goalies keeping attackers out. They must also be attackers who use new tools and strategies to get ahead of attackers and proactively block attacks before they happen. Try to go break into your company yourself to look for the weaknesses, to look for the vulnerabilities. And adaptability is really a critical part. The biggest mistake a CISO can make is to think that a snapshot, which is what we're doing today, is anything but a snapshot. So those are some pieces of advice to improve the CISO and the board communication, and I hope you find it useful.